Everybody, Bryan Alvarez here on Wrestling Observer Live. We are here every day, Monday through Friday, noon Pacific 3 Eastern, Sundays 3 Pacific 6 Eastern, Saturday mornings with Jim Valley, 10 a.m. Pacific 1 Eastern, Sundays with Andrew Zarian. And it is Fun Friday here on the show, and you know what that means? We got a lot of news to talk about here today. And it's new stuff today. We got SmackDown, which is coming up. Actually, I believe SmackDown is taking place as we speak. We got 4 matches announced for the show. We're not going to do spoilers on Observer Live. I know that makes people angry. But SmackDown is being taped as we speak, so we'll preview that show. And, of course, we got Lance on the show, and so we can talk about next week's AMC debut. TNA Impact was last night, and they debut on AMC next Thursday. And we got a lot of matches announced for that show, and it is a preview for the Genesis pay-per-view, which is taking place 2 days later. So we'll tell you about that. We've also got yet another class action lawsuit being filed against WWE. We have some notes on a creative team shakeup in WWE, which unfortunately is not NXT. It's SmackDown and Raw. We'll tell you about that. Also, a big announcement. There's going to be a WWE star appearing on the debut, a big name, mind you, of TNA's AMC debut. So we'll tell you about that, as well as Jeff Hardy working injured. WWE, I guess you can say they have their eye on an AEW talent. We got NXT ratings, and some folks are starting to re-sign with New Japan, and plenty more. If you would like to text us here today, we should have time for a few text messages. 425-780-7566. That is 425-780-7566. F4WOnline at gmail.com is the email address. And you can also follow me on Threads, Instagram, and Cameo. Cameo, everybody. It's a Cameo weekend. F4W Online. I'm at Bryan Alvarez, X and Blue Sky. And I'll be back in a moment with Lance and more Wrestling Observer Live. Just a quick note before this free video. If you click like and subscribe, I'd be very thankful. It is the annual Christmas show. We have Big Vinny V as always, who's wearing a hat.
Can confirm.
Sean is here as always. He is not festive at all.
I forgot my hat.
Granny is here. Granny, what's going on?
Hello.
Craig is here, not festive at all.
Yep.
And we have Filthy Tom. Oh boy. Should we do shots now?
No.
I think I should probably watch this for a second. Oh my God. Granny is doing a joyride.
I thought they were going to be here.
A box of tissues. Clearly that was for Vinny.
Scotty's.
How dare you? Yeah!
Who is this? My guest?
Hey, Brian, how you doing?
John in Memphis is on the air, and he is hammered. I'm a cool guy, right? I'm invited to the barbecue. God damn it!
Merry Christmas!
I got sober up for this call.
Yes.
That's a girl.
Oh, is this Harley Cameron? I love you.
No, I even put
I
on the
love you.
American accent.
It is? Everyone shut up.
Hold on.
You are the most talented performer in the entire business.
Yes, man.
What are you doing in pro wrestling?
First of all, you've been far too generous and kind, and I appreciate you.
I don't think I've ever seen Vinny that happy before.
Bro, ladies and
Yeah, I'm
gentlemen,
going to prison.
welcome to the show today here with Filthy Tom Waller and the Goon Squad.
Tom, what are you doing?
I gotta pee.
Well, go pee then. Don't do it on air.
Hola,
Way to go.
Hola?
¿cómo estás?
Is this the Beast Mortos? Yes!
That could not go any better.
The Beast Mortos is here on the air. Beast, how you doing? He sounds very agitated, Vinny.
I'm starting to get the feeling this is not a live call with the Beast Mortos.
The Beast is short-circuited. No!
That's the moon.
¿Cómo estás?
What is happening?
Hello, Brian.
Is this Don Callis?
Rob is using the Meltzer star rating for his urinal visits. Just so you know, I'm 7 stars, baby. So that's it.
If it's 7 stars, I want to see it.
What? Right in the show, Bryan Alvarez here, Wrestling Observer Live. Lance Storm is joining us here today for Fun Friday. We got a lot of news to get into here today. But I guess we can't start with fun news because Elton Prince just noted on social media that he has just gotten neck fusion surgery.
Yeah, I saw the post. I know he hasn't been on in a long time, and his partner just got back on television, but the post, he seems to be in relatively good spirits and in hopeful of a recovery. But yeah, he had a very serious neck injury, I guess, back in May, and eventually got it diagnosed and had neck fusion surgery and has a recovery ahead of him. So all the best to Elton Prince. Josh Howley, I believe, is his real name, because he was a student of mine way back when. He went through SWA. Nice kid.
Yeah, he was really good. Elton Prince. Let's look here. Matches. His last match was against Fraxium, which was in May 2nd. Fraxium versus Pretty Deadly. So that would have been the match. Unless somehow he got hurt in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal a month earlier and wrestled with a... I don't think that happened.
If you read the post, he knew immediately that something was wrong. He
All right.
landed bad. So
What day was it? What did I say? May?
you said May 2nd, SmackDown.
All right. Let's
I
do
didn't want to see the bump.
SmackDown, May 2nd, 2025. Let's see. Fraxium versus Pretty Deadly. Okay, so let's see here. Okay. Let's see. Our weekly disaster struck, I wrote. Frazier, the running shooting star on Elton. Elton did not kick out, and the ref held up her count. I thought it was Kit's fault, like he was supposed to break up the pin and forgot. But in fact, what happened was on the shooting star, somehow Frazier smashed Elton in the face. He did not kick out because he was trying to figure out if his face was still in one place or one piece.
Oh, I think he caught him with an elbow.
Came up and was bleeding everywhere. Frazier took him to the corner. The ref was asking if he was okay. He was saying yes, but he was clearly hurting. Kit then hit Frazier with a sit-out powerbomb. The ref counted 1-2. Frazier kicked out, but she hit the mat a third time and screamed 3, but it was not a 3. Everyone looked at each other wondering what was going on. Frazier and Kit brawled. The ref was furiously talking to them. Axiom then tagged in, and they hit the Spanish Fly Phoenix Splash for the pin. Whoa. So I guess it might have been...
Who did they hit the pin on?
Frazier and Kit brawled. I'm not sure. Might have been on...
I hope Kit Wilson.
I don't know. Frazier and Kit were brawling. Axiom hit the Spanish Fly Phoenix Splash. I'll have to go back and watch the match. Somebody can tell us. I'm sure somebody's looking it up right now. But it could have been the shooting star press that we thought was just a face injury, but instead injured his neck. So
Although, I believe in his post he said he took a bump and landed on his head. Who knows?
So it was a bump. Okay. Well, I'll go back and watch the match later, but that sucks. All the best to him. Hopefully they get it fixed up and he's good to go because, yeah, I hate to see anybody get hurt.
Yeah, no kidding. So all the best to Josh.
Alrighty. Well, let's see what else we got here today. That threw me off my game. SmackDown is ongoing right now. It's the show with the 3 stages of hell match with Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre. We've got the 8-man tag, the Wyatt 6 and the MFTs, Trick Williams and Ray Phoenix, And they announced that Julia will be defending the U.S. title against Alexa Bliss. So we will not be doing spoilers here on the show. But that 3-hour SmackDown does air tonight, if you want to check it out, and we'll talk about that this weekend on all of the members' shows, including Bryan and Vinny, coming up on Sunday, which will be SmackDown and Collision. That's what we'll be reviewing on Sunday night. Collision has the Mark Briscoe Hechicero TNT title match, which I'm very excited about. Also, Commander versus El Clone, and Chris Statlander, Harley Cameron, and Willow Nightingale versus TBA. That is the lineup for this Saturday. And then we've also got one match announced for Raw. So that is Gunther versus AJ Styles. And I bring it up because there was the announcement that AJ Styles is going to be making an appearance on the debut episode of TNA on AMC. No further details on his role, but he is going to be there. He has stated that he would like to do one more match in TNA. So
I'm sure we'll let him if he wants to.
If you think about all of the people that have worked for NXT, AAA, TNA, I don't know why WWE would tell him no. Even if it's just like a tag and he just does a hot tag or something like that. So
I would imagine it'll just be working out how to do it best. But it'll be great to see AJ on TNA because he's about as original as you get.
So that lineup, what have we got so far? Did they add anything last night? Because I still have the old lineup, which is just Frankie Kazarian versus Mike Santana TNA title, and Leon Slater, Myron Reed for the X Division title.
That's all I know for sure. I'd have to check my notes to
make sure you don't spoil anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we have 2 matches. So for the AMC debut, we do know Frankie Kazarian, Mike Santana, TNA World title, which I presume is a title change. And Lance?
I don't know the finish, but I agree with you.
Okay. If Mike Santana wins that title and he gets cashed in on again, we need to get Tommy on the show for a long talk. Okay? This is the AMC debut, everybody. Don't start off with some heat thing. Come on. Let's do this. X Division champion Leon Slater, Myron Reed.
That'll be fantastic.
That should be great one way or the other. And that leads 2 days later to TNA Genesis. That's a January 17th pay-per-view. It'll be Leon Slater defending against Cedric and Moose in a 3-way, or Myron Reed if he wins, obviously. But right now it is said to be Leon Slater. Mustafa Ali, who just re-signed with TNA, will be facing Elijah, the Drifter. We got JDC versus Eddie Edwards in what is said to be JDC's retirement match, which apparently is. Apparently it is. Unless his wife lets him continue to work.
Yeah, let's say it's currently a shoot.
God. This guy, that pay-per-view, Lance, what the heck happened on that pay-per-view? He threw his wife under the bus. I couldn't believe that promo. It was such an astonishing promo that I was like, it has to be an angle. Because he's like in tears. He's talking about how he got married and he promised his wife he wouldn't wrestle anymore. And, you know, he doesn't know what he's going to do. He doesn't want to stop wrestling. And then he goes, you know, man, if I win tonight, maybe she'll let me just go a little bit longer. I'm like, God, this got to be an angle. And it turns out it's not.
No, he's got like a house renovation business or something.
Jeez.
You follow him on social media.
Golly, I hope she's not watching. And then the Hardys against the Righteous. Vincent and Dutch is also on that show. Which brings up an interview, by the way, from Jeff Hardy, where he said that ever since the match with Dark State at Halloween Havoc, he's been working with a bulging disc in his neck. 2 bulging discs on the left side of his neck.
What?
That's what he says. I've been dealing with an injury since we dropped the titles at NXT. I've actually got 2 bulging discs on the left side of my neck. It's definitely better than it was at first, but we've been slower for 2 months now. Naturally, that's a little stress creator for me, but I'm cleared. Maybe if they dropped those tag titles to Javon and Leon Slater, you wouldn't have ended up with 2 bulging discs in the neck. But
now, granted, depending on the degree of bulging, that can be serious or not particularly serious. Like I was diagnosed 20 years ago with 4 bulging discs in my lumbar, but they were minorly bulging, and I was told they wouldn't be a big problem, and they haven't been. So, again, I don't know how serious Jeff is, but hopefully he's all right.
Well, that's
also,
what
too, it was announced that Joe Hendry will be at the pay-per-view.
Oh, he's going to be the pay-per-view?
That's what I saw on social media.
Good Lord, look at this guy. Well, it's going to be a big next week for TNA, and good thing we've... actually, we won't have you here because you're going out for it, so...
And
better get all your plugs in now, brother.
Well, I'm doing Impact Live on Thursday and the pay-per-view on Saturday, so if you want me on the phone, I might be able to do the show from my hotel room.
Well, maybe we'll figure that out since it's a big weekend.
I'm off on Friday.
Get some TNA stuff in. All right, we're going to head to a break here, everybody. So stick around. Wrestling Observer Live. Just a quick note before this free video. If you click like and subscribe, I'd be very thankful. Chat GPT, SmackDown review starring Filthy Tom and Bryan Alvarez.
Welcome back, you miserable wretches, to another disaster of an episode of Figure 4 Daily, the only show on the internet that's guaranteed to make your brain rot faster than watching one of these SmackDown episodes. I'm your host, Filthy Tom Waller, joined by the man who somehow manages to be more useless than a rubber knife in a prison fight, Bryan Alvarez. What's up, Bryan?
Let's not pretend you're the shining star of this operation. You're like a broken pencil. Pointless. And I don't even know I'm still here with you. Anyway, let's get to this train wreck of a SmackDown. Spoiler alert, if you were expecting a wrestling show, you've come to the wrong place. It was like watching someone fall asleep in real time.
You should know all about falling asleep, Bryan, since you've been half dead for years now. If enthusiasm was an Olympic sport, you would get a participation medal for showing up, but still lose.
I could tell the crowd was hyped for Drew, and Nakamura's music is always a banger, but it was just nothing. It's like watching a 5-minute commercial for a product you don't even want to buy.
And I bet the only thing that was more uninspiring than this match was your entire existence. Let's move on before I fall asleep right here on this microphone.
Tom, you think because you're a former fighter, that makes you a wrestling expert? You'd probably lose in a match with a traffic cone. Look, Jade's a star, but Liv Morgan, she's the human version of a please wait screen.
Liv Morgan is about as useful as a sandbag at a swimming pool party, who's like trying to make a turkey sandwich with no bread.
It's like the crowd went from yay to who's got the remote. Can we change the channel?
Liv Morgan's biggest move is making the audience wish for better things. She's like the human version of a wet sock. Nobody wants it.
I get it, Tom. You don't like fun. You don't like energy. You don't like anything that's not just sitting on your couch in your pajamas complaining.
More of the same.
Oh, we're back to more of the same, huh? Just like your wrestling career. More of the same, but somehow still a disaster.
Well, that's it, folks. SmackDown 2025 was more like SmackDown 2005. Same old stuff, same old disappointments. Join us next time when we tear apart something else for your listening pleasure.
Yeah, next time, Tom, maybe we'll actually have some real wrestling to talk about instead of whatever disaster this was. Until then, just remember, don't listen to Tom and don't watch SmackDown unless you hate yourself.
Whatever. It's your funeral.
What? I've never been so embarrassed doing this show as I was for the last 5 minutes. God. What did I do? Jeez.
What now?
It's just always one thing after another.
Maybe it's you.
Well, it is. All right, there we go. Letting people know about the show. Trying to retweet the tweet that the show's on the air. You know? In case you're out doing something and you somehow forget, even though it's on at the same time every single day. All right. Well, we got a lot of other news. The rollout of WWE premium live events on ESPN's straight-to-consumer streaming platform this past September was not without its critics. A rollout that has now brought about a class action lawsuit. First reported by Post Wrestling and Brandon Thurston. Lawsuit filed Thursday in Connecticut's U.S. District Court accuses WWE of being deceptive in their marketing of the new union when claiming all ESPN subscribers would have access to WWE PLEs without an additional fee. Only WWE is named in the suit and not ESPN. The reason, Thurston surmised, was that, quote, by only suing WWE, the plaintiffs are trying to avoid the arbitration and class action waiver provisions that they note are in Disney's subscriber agreement. ESPN has previously stated they expect to eventually sign deals with all cable streaming adjacent providers that carry ESPN, which would give subscribers access to their new streaming platform at no additional cost. TKO head Mark Shapiro has also stated that is their expectation as well. As of this writing, this is not the case with several major providers. Plaintiffs are looking to represent any U.S.-based customers who were A, existing ESPN subscribers between August 6th prior to September 20th WrestlePalooza, and who paid for ESPN's new service in that time frame. Those who are subscribers of DirecTV, Fubo, etc., ineligible for the lawsuit due to their ability to both authenticate. The lawsuit, brought about by two consumers, claims more than $5 million are at stake, with eligible consumers getting a cut if they win the case. In the suit, it was estimated WWE content drove roughly 95 to 125,000 signups during the proposed class period. The next step is for WWE to respond legally. Do we have any lawyers listening right now? This is weird.
But, like, for each individual person, like, what are you out at worst? $30 a month? Like, your part of the settlement's going to be $120? How many months has it been? Like, I just don't see... We're suing you because I thought I'd get it for free and I had to pay $30.
Well, here, listen, I mean, to be fair, I will say this. They absolutely were deceptive.
Well, yeah,
they said if you get ESPN, you can get these shows. And that was not true.
Money.
I know. But my bigger issue is, why should they get any money? If you are told that you don't have to subscribe to anything to get these shows, if you have ESPN, like the channel ESPN, you can watch all these WWE events. Okay, that was deceptive. Or, I mean, I'm just going to say it was deceptive. I mean, they were like, that week, I don't even know if half the, commentators even knew how it worked. I mean, everyone just seemed confused. Okay, so, fine, you said you don't have to pay for ESPN. Turns out you did. Okay? So what? You don't have to pay for ESPN. You weren't forced to pay for ESPN. I mean, I would think at best the ruling would be WWE needs to now make it clear that you have to pay for it, but they've already done that. It's like, I don't understand. This one is baffling to me. I mean, yeah, they were deceptive in how they worded it, but
what were your damages?
Exactly. What were your damages? You were forced, like you had no choice. You were held at gunpoint to pay.
Well, I can see if you argued they promised me I'd get to watch it for free and it cost me $30. I want my $30 back because they lied to me. But even still, it's like it's $30.
Well, listen,
class action lawsuit for $30.
If it were a situation where, in order to get, let's say that they said ESPN Plus is free if you're an ESPN subscriber, okay? Let's imagine that this was the argument. They said if you're an ESPN subscriber, it's free. But in order to watch it for free, you have to input your credit card information. And then from there, they actually charged you, against your will, $30. That's one thing. But if the argument is simply, we thought we would get it for free, because that's what they indicated, but instead we didn't, and so we had to pay willingly.
You're clueless, though, Brian. There's also but there has been stores, grocery stores, clothing stores, that there's an advertised price, and then you go to buy it and you find out that the advertisement was wrong, and they have to honor that price because you misled consumers and get them to your store or whatever to buy the product at a price you're not actually offering it as. So there will be precedents, but again, it's just, to me, it's like, okay, they got to give you $30 back. Why are you having a class action lawsuit? So again, several 100,000 people can get $30 to $60, and then the lawyers take a cut. It's like, it just seems like a waste of time to me.
I would presume this goes nowhere, but we shall see. Now, if you have Cox Cable, you do get ESPN Plus as part of your subscription.
I thought it was ESPN something else.
ESPN Unlimited. This whole thing is just like, it's called ESPN Unlimited, but you have to go to ESPN Plus. Like, it's anyway. They sent out an email, and if you have a paid subscription to Cox TV Preferred or a higher tier, you now have access to ESPN Unlimited, no additional cost. This includes the linear network's ESPN Plus, which they say is the streaming home of WWE PLEs. Oh, my God.
Everybody should have just listened to Stephanie on her podcast.
Yeah, you should have just got that VPN like she suggested. To access, simply say ESPN app on your Contour voice remote. They've actually got all the information about how you can do it here. So you can add Cox Cable to those that now get ESPN Unlimited at no extra cost. We have this story. WWE's creative team has undergone a mild shakeup. Dave in the Observer noted that Ryan Ward has received, quote, a little push, while SmackDown co-head writers John Swikata and Road Dogg have received a little push down. So he says, this is the current breakdown of WWE creative. Paul Levesque drives the show. Bruce Pritchard and Ed Koskey weigh in on creative, but they also handle the company-wide distribution of information. Ryan Ward is in charge of handling all the creative pitches to Levesque. Jonathan Beckstrom and Alexander Williams are the co-lead writers of Raw. John Swikata and Brian James, Road Dogg, are the co-lead writers of SmackDown. Ward has been picking up a lot of slack on SmackDown. William Regal and Michael Hayes are also involved. Nothing has really changed in the last few months on there, except there were issues with SmackDown creative that have said to have been improved, but it was said to be a minimal shakeup. Basically, a little push up for Ward, a little push down for Swikata and James. Well, I know this. I watched that 3-hour SmackDown, and God, that show sucked. This was last year. And they moved back to 2 hours, and it still sucked for a few months. But the last couple of months of SmackDown have actually been significantly better. And it was the first episode, and it was a big, they had a lot of big matches and debuts and new faces. But the 3-hour SmackDown last Saturday wasn't bad. So hopefully, whatever shakeup they've made to SmackDown just makes the 3-hour show watchable. And it was absolutely unwatchable last year at this time. So that jives with what I've seen. No
Watchable.
mention of NXT, which needs a shakeup more than anything.
Watchable is always a plus.
Show sucks. NXT show, God. Jiminy Christmas. I had a guy on Twitter. He's actually a subscriber. He was nice about his tweet, but he goes, I gotta love and respect Dave and Bryan, but calm down. I understand it's your show, but man, hella biased. But I agree on so many points. Like, so wait, we're biased, but
How
you
biased
agree on
can
all
you
these
be?
points about how horrible this show is? Well, he had 3 lances all of a sudden, or 2 lances. That was weird. Anyway, that's that. Hopefully they fix NXT. I'm so glad I finished that Bryan and Vinny show last night and ranted and raved and screamed and swore up and down, because now it's like over. I'm done for the week. Now I just wait till next Tuesday to get mad again. A lot of other stuff we can talk about this
You'll
weekend.
find something to be mad about. Come on,
I
Brian.
will, but I don't have to talk about that show anymore. I'm finished with it.
You get mad over what elevator you use at the old folks' home.
I don't get... Naturally, it was Granny that got mad. I was like, what's wrong with this elevator? She tried to tell me that nobody went into the other elevator at the old folks' home just because it's down the hall. Like, what? It's like, everyone's in all the elevators. WWE... People in WWE think very highly of Hobbs. Now, he did not mention any names, but I know names that are very high on all Hobbs. And I don't know when his contract comes due. He's been with the company for 5 years. I presume at some point he re-signed. Maybe he had a 3-year deal and did another 3-year deal, so maybe next year it's up, or later on this year. But I've always been high on Hobbs as well. Thought he was another underutilized guy. You know how many underutilized wrestlers there are in wrestling? Like, there's so many of them. But I guess that's...
He had some injury time off, too, so who knows when his contract is up.
He had a little bit of time off, yeah. What did he do? That Moxley match where he, like, forget what he did.
Didn't he do his knee?
His quad or knee or something like that. I think it was his knee. Yeah. All right, we got more news after the break, and we will be taking text messages. So send your text messages, 425-780-7566. That is 425-780-7566. Back in a moment, Observer Live. Check out this free video and make sure you hit like and subscribe.
If Truth didn't have the best weekend in this company, then Mr. Iguana did.
Oh, yeah, this guy is over, dude.
We'll get to him in the Worlds Collide review, but
he's got merch up on WWE shop.
He's going to make so much
He's got these
money.
kids that want to see more Mr. Iguana.
Yeah. So
his face paint is so funny.
I must stop you right here. It's not face paint.
Oh, would you stop?
It's head paint.
Yeah, it looks,
he paints his whole damn head.
It looks like he's gets held upside down and they just dunk his head in green paint.
Yes.
It's absolutely bizarre.
And when he's not wrestling, he wears the round silver spectacles.
Yes.
And
he
flicks his tongue constantly.
Yes.
As an iguana would. And Del Toro and Octagon do whatever, and people are patient, but they don't care. And then Iguana tags in, and they are hyped. It took about 7 seconds to make himself my favorite luchador. He starts, I forget who he's in there with, but the guy offers a handshake, and so he licks it because he's an iguana, and then he gets hit with a shoulder tackle, or it's a chop. He takes a chop, he drops to his back, he sticks all four limbs straight in the air.
Yes.
He's playing dead like an iguana would. So then he brings in the puppet. I didn't get the puppet's name. I should have used it 50 times. But it's an iguana puppet that he thinks is real. Well, sometimes.
Already up on WWE shop.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
You know if Harley Cameron's doll is on the AEW?
I do not know.
It's not.
Okay.
It's not.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing that out there.
So he starts doing spots with the puppet in his mouth. He lets the puppet try to get the pin. And amidst all the silliness, Conan says, you know this, Mr. Iguana, he's most popular with children.
I liked how as soon as the puppet started doing spots, Corey Graves goes, is that legal in Mexico? And without skipping a beat, Conan goes, yes.
Low on the list of things you will see in a Lucha Libre match, especially in AAA. So he starts using the puppet more as a weapon, or as a distraction, I should say. But it ends up with Lindsay Dorado getting a hold of this puppet, and he snaps, and he stomps the puppet, and he grabs the puppet, and he Spanish flies the puppet. This crowd is outraged. They're pissed. They're furious. But you know he's even more pissed and furious?
It got more heat than anything else. Maybe on the entire show,
Mr.
actually.
Goddamn Iguana.
They were
who's
furious.
Seething, and his eyes are breaking out, and he snaps and just rips ass. He grabs his own lizard and is whipping these guys with it. And then they remember it's just a puppet, and they stop selling.
This was a very, very fun match. I liked it a lot. And there's a lot to learn here about marketing.
Yeah.
Back in the show, Bryan Alvarez here, Wrestling Observer Alive. Lance Storm is joining us here today. So, Shota Umino is re-signed with New Japan. This is the time of year, for those of you unaware, that New Japan, not everybody, but a lot of guys, every January they sign one-year deals, which I've never understood, because every January, all of a sudden, it's like, who's staying, who's going? We got to figure this year out. And I think it would be better if this happened throughout the year. But a lot of contracts coming due. There will be people leaving. We've already seen some. And Shota Umino, however, is staying. His beloved family is New Japan Pro Wrestling alone. So that's very nice. Bruce Pritchard. I just want to mention this very quickly. He was asked about PLEs and why there's sometimes only 4 or 5 matches. What?
The statement I find funny.
He says, I go back and watch. 10 matches on a card is hard to watch. When you look at the presentation, you put so many things in a 10-match card at the end of the night, what do you even remember? You're most likely going to remember the main event, the last match on the card. But there may have been an angle in the third match, and a great match, but you've forgotten because you've seen so much other stuff, good, bad, and different. I think less is more. And he says, sometimes you have to battle that demon, Av. We have to get more people on this. The PLE streaming aspect of the business has changed completely. A, talent is not paid on pay-per-views because there are no pay-per-view buys. There is no time allotment. You can give them an hour, you can give them 5 hours, whatever. They don't really want more than 3 hours. It's a different time, a different way people consume. I need my Mania moment. You have a moment next month in the main event. I want to be on WrestleMania. Where? It's going to get lost here, and you're doing this there. So anyway, his argument is that 10 is too many on a pay-per-view.
And the part that I find humorous is the statement of, we do 4 or 5 because 10's too many.
Yeah.
Like, what about 6, 7, 8? Like,
yeah, what about a normal show?
It's the standard absolutes that, well, we can't do 10. It's terrible. So we'll do 4. Okay.
I think that yesterday Dave was arguing like all day with people about this topic. And it was... I did not get involved. Okay.
It's the downtime between matches that I find infuriating.
Well, here's the thing. His argument was that there have been many long shows that have been great. Therefore, long shows are fine. And, the people that argued that were like, I don't like these long shows. So anyway, my issue with the whole argument back and forth was everybody arguing about it was trying to say objectively that long or short is better, okay? There is no objectively. Listen, the Tokyo Dome show was really, really long, okay? When the thing was over, I was like, man, especially the last 3 matches, that turned into a great show, okay? I've seen many AEW pay-per-views that they go 4.5, 5 hours, and it's like one incredible match after another, and when it's over, it's like, that was a great show. But I personally, subjectively, still think it's too long. I don't care if it's a great 5-hour show. A show can still be too long at 5 hours. Well, and it's an opinion. That's the important thing. It's an opinion. Bruce's opinion and the WWE opinion is that 10 matches is too many. Fine, okay? But I think that, and this is my subjective opinion, and I'm sure you have the same because you work for TNA, I think, personally, that having 7 or 8 matches in a 3.5-hour show and not having hours of downtime in between each match is the best way. Because you can argue whatever you want about how there have been great. You want to know what one of the best WWE shows of all time was? That Calgary Stampede. 4 matches. Okay? I've also seen AEW pay-per-views that were absolutely incredible that had 10 matches and went 4.5, 5 hours. That doesn't mean that either of them is objectively the best. I think that for most fans, 3.5 hours, 6 to 8 matches is probably your best bet.
I think the thing that people overlook in this discussion, too, is that 5-hour shows, let's just say, especially with pre-show, is murder for those who attend live. Like driving to a place, getting parking, showing up early, getting some merch, sitting down, and catching that show, and then getting out of the building, going home. It's like an 8-hour day. And I think if your company is struggling with ticket sales, maybe not burning out your audience with 8-hour live events if you show up live might be a good idea. And if you keep it to a 3.5 hours, it's like it's only a 5-hour adventure to leave your house and catch the show and go home, and maybe you'd be more apt to buy a ticket and go again, where I would think if I did an 8-hour live experience to get there and watch the show, I might be thinking next time, it's like, man, that was long. I'll just stay home and watch it on pay-per-view. I don't want to add the extra 2 hours of travel and parking.
I think that the smartest thing to do is, instead of looking at your own opinion of whether a show should be long or short, you should just look at the reaction of fans. I mean, whatever you want to say about how great 6-hour shows are, the crowd's always burned out at the end. And almost never will you see a 3.5-hour show where the fans are burned out at the end or halfway through. Although you will see WWE shows with 4 matches where the fans are burned out because there was 45 minutes between each match and they're just exhausted. So I think we should look at what's best for fans.
Always good. Customer is always right.
No, actually, they're not.
They're not always, but that's
always right.
That's the slogan.
That I can tell you from experience. All right. Somebody brought this up. I don't want to talk about this because I know it was done to get me to talk about it. But I do have to acknowledge this Jeff Jarrett interview where Conrad Thompson told Jeff Jarrett that he knew for a fact that the reason that Jeff Jarrett's journey towards the AEW championship got canned was specifically because of me. I was responsible for ending
You
that.
got stroke, kid.
I know it, he says, or I know for a fact. I can't remember what he said, but he was like certain about it. Listen, Conrad, thank you for giving me that kind of power, but 100% I had nothing to do with that. Absolutely. What are you talking about? I have absolutely zero power. And actually, if you go online, now that this thing is out, everyone's like thanking me. Dude, I didn't have anything to do with this whatsoever.
Well, to be fair, it is possible that Tony heard one of your complaints or pointing out why you didn't like it, and he went, you know what? I agree with Bryan, and killed it.
Okay, that's still not me.
Well,
I didn't do it. I didn't
No.
tell anybody to do anything.
It still puts you in the process into how it fell apart.
Come on.
I'm not
kidding me?
blaming you. I'm just saying
Stupid.
you might have had 2% of the reason behind it.
Listen, I'd love to come on here and say that I influence all these wrestling shows in positive or negative ways. I don't. I mean, come on. If you're mad or you're happy that the Jeff Jarrett journey towards the world title got axed, there's exactly one guy who you should be blaming, and it's Tony Khan. Or thanking, however you look at it. It's not me. It's not Dave. I don't know how many times I have to explain this. This guy is going to do whatever he wants to do. You think he's going to be influenced by me or Dave?
I love that you have to campaign to convince people you have no power.
Well, geez, for crying out loud. They went on for like 15 minutes or something about how I influenced the... I was like, what are you talking about? Did I think it was going to be a great idea for Jeff Jarrett to go on a 6-month journey over the world title? I didn't think it was a great idea. I don't have a problem with Jeff Jarrett. I like Jeff Jarrett. But to say it's all my fault that that thing went under was just like, come on. Ridiculous. If anybody in wrestling wants to listen to me, I want to be the people that are booking NXT. I don't care about anything else. Like, come on. What do we have in the text message bin? Maybe that'll cheer me up after that stupidity.
Is Bryan ruins Jeff Jarrett's career trending yet?
Yeah, Bryan ruined Jeff Jarrett's career. God. Let me tell you something. I was probably one of the nicer people in regards to that promo and angle. You want to talk about people that really didn't like it? Go online.
Actually, you generally, I believe, put over the Jarrett matches. You enjoyed them as
Yeah.
a change of pace.
Yes. When he was out there with the, basically the Psycho Circus, the oddities, he had all those. Anyway. All right. Do you think AEW will try to strap the old Rocket to Hobbs, or will he vanish when his contract runs up? Seems like people leave because they're not pushed enough, or they're not pushed enough because they're presumed to be leaving. Well, hey, you think I influenced Tony Khan? How many frickin' times have I said, if you think somebody like a Chris Jericho is not going to re-sign when his contract is up, then your best bet is to put him on TV, give him a modicum of credibility, and then have people beat him on the way out. Instead, and he's done this with countless guys, if he thinks they're not re-signing, they're just off TV for like 6 months, 8 months. It's like you signed them to a 3-year deal, and you only got 2 years and 2 months out of them because the last 10 months you had to ice them because you figured they were leaving. What is the benefit of that? I mean, everyone's talking about John Cena's loss and this and that and the old... You know what? Yes, when you're leaving a territory to go to another territory, yes, you should put some people over on the way out. Can anyone remember Jericho's last AEW match?
Nope.
I remember that, like, he told the learning tree that he had to go for a while. Like, that's the last I remember from him. Did he put over a Hobbs? Did he put over? No. Same thing with, Ricky Starks when he figured out he just vanished off the face of the earth. I mean, it's over and over again. So if Tony believes that Hobbs is leaving, then my guess is, like, 8 months before his deal is up, he'll just take him off TV completely. I don't know what good it does. People like to claim out of sight, out of mind. It'll hurt his... No, it's not. Like, people aren't going to forget. How long has Britt Baker been off television?
God. Year or two?
Year or two or whatever?
Like she's made 1 or 2 appearances.
You're telling me that if Britt Baker showed up at a WWE show in Pittsburgh, she would be met with silence? The place would go absolutely nuts, no matter where she showed up. People don't forget somebody because they've been off TV for 8 months. If anything, taking somebody off TV for 8 months makes them a bigger star. If you're really worried about someone leaving, ba-bump, 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 beat him by this guy. Sammy Guevara beats Chris Jericho. Whoever. Make some stars.
I would imagine Tony's side of it is he has a gigantic locker room full of people who want and need television time. So if someone is here long term, I will give them television time, and those who are leaving, I won't. I'm not disagreeing with your stance. I think big stars could do a couple jobs on the way out. But I would imagine he's just, I've got so many people that want TV time, I'll give it to those who are staying.
All right, we're going to head to break. Everybody back in a moment. Observer Live. Just a quick note before this free video. If you click like and subscribe, I'd be very thankful. Okay, can everyone hear it?
Yeah.
There is a mystery bell at Granny's house. She can't hear it. Take off your headphones for a second.
I had them on wrong anyway.
Okay.
I can't get them on right. What?
Take them off and listen.
You have in your elbow?
Is the fan on a computer?
Nothing.
All right. Well, this is going to be an exciting show.
Gonna have bells ringing through the whole thing, and it's every week. It's got to be me.
Do you have a neighbor that's an ice cream man
No,
practicing out there?
I got a neighbor that smokes marijuana.
I'm sure you do. I guess
Whatever that noise is, I mean, it's still going.
Yeah, it's not going to stop, dude.
Brian, do you want me to get off here and go see if open the door and see if there's anything out there?
Kidding? Something's out the front door?
Is he been ringing the bell the entire time?
Yeah. No, Granny, you don't
Let
need
me
to-
in! Let me
it's
in!
It's fine. It's fine.
If it's death, don't open the door.
Thank you, Craig. This person thinks it's a stove timer.
Have you burned the roast?
No, I don't have a stove. You want me to just get off here?
No. We're going to barrel through it.
I'd love it.
You're not even doing anything. Granny, Nick says that you've got an old-fashioned analog alarm clock in Terry's bedroom.
I don't know. I got a new alarm clock. Battery operated. Is that what she meant?
Well, whatever it is, it's going haywire right now.
Oh, it might be my alarm.
You think?
But it's way back in the bedroom.
Don't worry about it right now. But when the show's over, you might want to go...
That's what it is.
Okay.
Solve the mystery.
Is there a reason you didn't turn it off when it started ringing?
Well, I wasn't in there. I didn't.
Duh.
I took a nap. I took a nap and set the alarm. I thought I shut it off, but I probably didn't.
No.
You probably didn't.
That's like
I would say with a good deal of certainty that you didn't turn it off.
Brian. That's life around here.
Yeah, I'm well aware. I do the show with Dave, too.
Say,
Hear all sorts of things in the background.
did I do that? You know,
Yeah, you did do that.
or I thought I did that, but I didn't.
In there.
I wake up and I see lights on, and I say, I didn't turn those lights on. What's going on?
Maybe the place is haunted.
Could be.
Okay.
It's my brain that's haunted.
Well, I hope not. Instead of suffering through the YouTube chat, click like and subscribe. We had a comment that, well, you know, you run these 4 to 5 match shows, people might not feel like they're getting their money's worth. And my argument is that WWE has been running 4 to 5 match shows for years now. I actually just randomly chose a show. 2023 Elimination Chamber was a 5-match show.
Well, yeah, but that was Peacock. If you don't have access, it's now $30.
What? No, I'm talking about like buying tickets to the show. Like,
Okay.
why would I buy tickets to a show where I'm going to only have 5 matches? You know, we're looking at, and I even go back past 2023. I could probably go back to 2022.
Well, didn't they have also pre-show matches at that point? Like if you
No,
go
there was
live,
no
you get
pre-show match.
only
There
4
were just
matches?
5 matches on the show. Yeah.
No, 5's not too bad.
So anyway, like the point is, you know, it's been years now, and you put a WWE pay-per-view tickets on sale, and those things are selling immediately for gigantic prices.
Yeah, they're not struggling with ticket sales.
So nobody is you know, going to that 4-match show, 5-match show, and thinking I didn't get my money's worth. You know, and the counter argument is, if really, I mean, look at AEW pay-per-views. They're doing like, if you get the pre-show, they're doing like 14 matches per show, and it's not like their ticket prices are anywhere near what WWE ticket prices are. And, you know, they're not doing 15, 17,000 people for the pay-per-views. So, you know, what fans want is to go to a pay-per-view experience and see the big stars. Would it be better if there were more than 4 matches? Well, of course. But 4 or 5 matches, if the 4 or 5 matches involve 10 or 12 of your absolute biggest stars, and your fans get to see these big matches, then they feel like they got their money's worth. So, I mean, that's just how it works.
Gotta save some of those big matches for TV.
Yeah, theory is great. Maybe not Austin Theory. But anyway, theories are great, but
Damn.
that was another one. There was a video.
Just caught us
I
straight
actually
there
think it
for
might have
Austin
been the
Theory.
same. I think it might have been the same Conrad. It was like Bryan Alvarez's thoughts on Austin Theory are disgraceful. Disgraceful. That is a very serious word. Disgraceful. I don't know if anything I said was disgraceful. But anyway, we got to go, everybody. Hope that was a fun Friday for you guys as well. I'll see you later on this weekend. We got the Bryan and Vinny Show, Wrestling Observer Radio, lots of fun stuff. Sign up today. Don't miss out. 84 of these every month. That's right. We'll talk to you next time. Wrestling Observer Live.